Today I am a cosplaying Yu-Gi tuber who annoys people by posting just as many videos that aren't about card games. Lots of you don't know that it's because I wasn't always a Yu-Gi tuber. 10 years ago today I posted my first vlog. I'd be spending a few months in London and knew I'd want to remember them. What got me to start editing those videos together was meeting Grace Helbig on her second book tour. Grace was one of the first big vloggers. She's recently made a comeback after getting a postgraduate degree, surviving cancer, and finding a healthier relationship with the social internet. She is at once funny and whimsical and chaotic and genuine. My vlogging style started somewhere between her and John Green, another old school vlogger who has continued to make the world a better place. I had posted a couple of videos even earlier than that, 2 Smash Bros montages that, for being recorded on a crappy camera then slapped together in Windows Movie Maker, turned out pretty okay. My time in London was not as smooth as expected, but I'm glad that I made this effort to remember the good times. The vlog brought me together with friends I may not have made otherwise. Vlogs don't get pushed though, so I never had much of an audience. I continued for 7 years making the kinds of videos that I wanted to see, working unreasonably hard so they would always impress one critic with high standards. Every project required learning something new, and became a memento of my experiences. I was proud of them. Eventually I had made most of the videos I wanted to, and depression took care of the rest. It took a year and a half to crank out the big finale, a trio of videos about some Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, a 16-minute vlog! That was brutal to edit, but now my videos are all so much longer. That first Sapphire Surprise Guide was my take on the deck profile genre, which is typically lacking in presentational quality. That said, I didn't go 100% on it, didn't even use my microphone because nobody was going to watch it. Oh, everybody watched it. That video got more views than everything else I'd ever made combined. My subscriber count, which hadn't budged in years, was suddenly soaring. I'd spent 2 years working on this deck as my farewell to Yu-Gi-Oh! So of course this is what finally got me an audience, and y'all wanted more?! Thus, Yu-Gi tuberdom was thrust upon me. My videos have come a long way since then. Oh, the wonders a new camera can do. And I still make vlogs and Nintendo stuff, even as the gap in views becomes ever wider. Call it my way of retaining control and still thinking about anyone who may still be here from the early days. It hurts my brand identity, but whatever. The Yu-Gi-Oh guides are for the people, the rest are for me and my friends, and whoever else enjoys them. I've had to find ways to get even more into Yu-Gi-Oh than I used to be without losing my mind again. I've been guided by what I learned at the National Championship, that the only way to win at this game is to make friends. The guides emphasize collaborating to build interesting decks, the tournament vlogs focus on community. I also try to blur the lines with fun, silly duels, performances that I imagine being able to amuse even the non-duelists out there. The past year has been a lot. You know, in addition to watching my federal government collapse under a cabal of fascist criminal traffickers, as my dear friends have to hide in fear from masked pigs who threaten and murder with glee as they violate every order the courts throw at them, and a third of the country still supports this, while another third still can't be bothered to lift a finger to vote against it. Sometimes I feel like I'm a bad person for focusing on frivolous card games in such dire times, but if I was actually a bad person, then I wouldn't be concerned in the first place. I'm still doing what I can. The bane of evil is empathy. It tries to stamp out joy and hope. Thus, daring to continue living and loving people is a crucial form of resistance. So in this past year, I have been building with the final Speed Duel set, getting a collection of old Pokemon cards, getting into cardistry to spice up my presentation, attending the Switch 2 preview event, that was unbelievable. YCS Providence was when I committed to being a cosplay duelist now, and met some fans. I started playing a couple of Pokemon games that are new to me. Then came the Nintendo Switch 2, and finally a new video intro. There were a few trips to New York City, a much-needed new laptop, a video that put me on some radars, good and otherwise, a spontaneous detour to the greatest pizza in the world, broadening my baking horizons until all roads led back to Yu-Gi-Oh!, celebrating the launch of a friend's fantastic debut novel, a road trip to YCS Pittsburgh where I made a few more friends. There's also like a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Format if you've heard of it. No time to rest though, we're off to YCS 300 in Richmond, Virginia with the next iteration of Sapphire Surprise. Other things have been happening off camera as I slowly reclaim my time and life back from the YouTube grind. This past year, I've been living. That's something I haven't done in a long time. By this point, I'm now a public figure who people look up to and thank. I sign autographs, even though internally I still feel like this same depressed loser as always. I'm trying to see myself from your perspective, to see my successes instead of only my failures. I'm trying to show myself the kindness my friends say I deserve. Meanwhile, the videos continue. Each project still builds upon the last. I try new things that don't always work, but I'm proud of having tried. The Let's Play videos I've been slowly putting out have gone nowhere, but hey, it's a genre I've always wanted to try, and Joe and I like to rewatch them. I've always had a talent for videography, probably because I spent so much time imagining how my vlogs would play out. Come in with a strong artistic vision and adapt it to the tools available. I think even my unposted test vlog holds up, just a little thing that I put together a week before meeting Grace. So without further ado, bask in the greatness of my very first video project. It's all been downhill from here.
Oh, it's Valentine's Day and all the boys are out. You know what that means. I'm editing a vlog. No, these weren't mine, but they really could have been. I'm starving. Here's all my food and all of my money. They have blue M&Ms here. Am I crazy? Did blue M&Ms really never exist? Yeah, I'm probably just crazy. This was a failed experiment. Legally speaking, I'm an adult. I was a failed experiment. Thought I'd be nice and treat myself to dessert. Now I don't have money for dinner. Now I don't have money for dinner. Very adult.
Where does youtube.com/MarkThePage go next? I've still got so many ideas to crank out more Yu-Gi-Oh guides and fun duels, more Pokemon trainers. After all the years of obscurity, I'm still not used to having an actual audience. I don't know why y'all are here, but I'm grateful to those who have stuck around in this weird corner of the internet. I'm proud of the community we've cultivated here. Y'all seem pretty chill. In bleak and isolating times, friendship and community are more important than ever. Seek the things that bring you closer to others. Be polite to a stranger. Reach out to a friend. You'll be glad you did. People are so interesting. There's no telling how far one connection could go.